Bonjour classe, aujourd'hui nous allons faire un voyage à l'Université libre de Bruxelles. L'université était fondée en 1834. C'était la première université dans la ville. So it is an old university, but not an extremely old university. It was the first university in the city. Il y a 35 000 des étudiants et on peut étudier presque quelque chose qu'on veut. You can study just about anything you want because it's a big, big school with lots of options. Et on peut étudier en deux langues, le français et le néerlandais. And there's a lot of foreign students because Brussels is a very international city, as I've mentioned. So we're going to take a look at a video from the school to show what it's like to study there.
Where are you from? Netherlands.
Brazil,
Italy,
Greece,
Poland,
Cameroon,
China,
Brazil, South Africa, Peru, Sri Lanka,
Finland. Why did you choose Belgium?
I've chosen firstly Brussels.
Brussels is a very international city.
Because it's really central and it's a cultural melting pot and there are a lot of different nationalities.
Because of Brussels being the center of European Union.
Because it's an international dimension.
Because I know a little bit French.
Belgium is, I think, it's a very sexy place.
because of the weather. It's perfect.
And of course, as before, I can't show the whole video for copyright reasons, but if you click on the eye in the upper right-hand corner of your screen, you should watch the whole video because I made test on it. It would be good to maybe pull some questions for our chapter test. Bon. Est-ce que vous voulez étudier ici? Allons-y. Mais premièrement, le vocabulaire nécessaire. We need some vocab before we study there. So open up to the back of your chapter and we'll go through these together. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a dans la salle de classe? Qu'est-ce que c'est ça? Comment dit-on ça en français? Door. C'est la porte, or une porte. Un, we're going to go over this a little later, means a door, or the door. La porte. Suivant, la fenêtre. La fenêtre. Avec un circonflexe. C'est très important en français, les accents. Une fenêtre. Ça c'est un pupitre. Le pupitre. Le pupitre. Qu'est-ce que c'est? C'est une chaise. Une chaise. Une chaise. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Un tableau. Un tableau. Ici à Converse, nous avons des tableaux blancs. Tableau blanc. Whiteboard. Un tableau blanc. Un tableau blanc. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Ça, c'est un livre. Un livre. Et ça, ici, ça c'est un cahier. Un cahier. So, you're seeing the ER at the end. You're picking up some pronunciation things. When we have an ER at the end of a word, it's pronounced this way, right? Cahier. Cahier. Ça, c'est un crayon. Un crayon. Crayon is not crayon. A pencil is a crayon. Un crayon. Un stylo. Ça c'est un stylo. Un stylo. Ça c'est très important. C'est un portable. Un portable. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Ah, we're talking about this guy here. Un étudiant. Un étudiant. Étudiant. So this is a male, right? So if we get rid of the E. So oftentimes you'll see bracket E if it's female. If it's female, un étudiante. So because we're adding another vowel at the end with the female form, we can pronounce the T. So un étudiant. Notice I didn't pronounce the T at the end. Un étudiant. If it's a female, un étudiante. Étudiante. Ça c'est un professeur. Un professeur. And actually that bracket E shouldn't be there. Or if you have a female professor, un professeur. So it doesn't change spelling masculine or feminine, but this has to change at the beginning based on if it's a male or female. Un professeur, une professeure. Encore, again, autrefois. Ça c'est une porte. Une fenêtre. Une fenêtre. Un pupitre. Un pupitre. Une chaise. Une chaise. Un tableau ou un tableau blanc. Un tableau blanc. Un livre. Un livre. Un cahier. Un cahier. Un crayon. Un crayon. Un stylo. Un stylo. Un portable. Un portable. Male, un étudiant. Un étudiant. Female, une étudiante. Une étudiante. So you're starting to notice another thing here too, right? Un étudiant. So when a word ends in a vowel and the next ends in a consonant and the next word ends in a vowel, we have something called the liaison, where the two words kind of run together. So instead of saying un étudiant, we say un étudiant. Un étudiant. So it's almost like saying un étudiant. So it's almost like it's just one word altogether. Un étudiant. Now compare this to this, right? Where we have two words then ending consonants, and we would say un stylo. Un stylo. They don't run together. But here we have a vowel, consonant, un étudiant. So sometimes in my PowerPoints, I won't do the liaison because I'm trying to pronounce both separately, so it's easier for you to hear, right? But other times when I'm speaking faster, I will do the liaison because that's just the way it works in French. Un professeur ou une professeure. Remember, we're getting rid of that E there because that was a mistake on my part. Bon, allez-y. Qu'est-ce que vous avez sur votre pupitre dans votre cartable? J'ai. So I want you to say j'ai and talk about what you have in your book bag or what you have on your desk right now. So pause the video and go ahead and do that. And look at the video, the vocab on page 29. Pause the video now. Bon, nous allons continuer. Voyez la photo sur la page 20 et répondez. La page 20. So look at the picture on page 20. I want you to pause the video and see how many things are of the following using the sentence il y a, then a number, and then whatever the thing is. So pause the video, do that. You can write it down if you'd like, then we'll go over it together. Bon, combien de personnes y a-t-il? Il y a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Il y a 5 personnes. Combien de chaises y a-t-il? 1. Il y a un chaise. Il y a un chaise. Just one chair, because the rest of them are not chairs. They're pupitres, right? Combien des étudiants y a-t-il? 1, 2, 3, 4. Il y a 4 étudiants. Combien des ordinateurs y a-t-il? Ordinateur, computer. Il y a 1, 2, non? 1, 2. 2 ordinateurs. Il y a 2 ordinateurs. Combien des écrans y a-t-il? Des écrans. Again, here we're seeing the liaison. Des écrans. Des écrans y a-t-il? Il y a un écran. Combien de professeurs y a-t-il? Il y a un professeur. Très bien, c'est ça. Bon, nous allons continuer. Magasin, magasiner avant d'aller. We're going to go shopping before we start our semester at the University of Brussels. So we're going to go to this website. This is a Canadian website, Bureau en Gros. You probably recognize the storefront. This is Staples, but in French. So I'm going to open this up. C'est bon. Bon, et nous allons aller à magasiner fourniture de bureau. No? Magasiner fourniture de bureau. Bon. So we have a whole bunch of different things here, and there are a lot of words in here we haven't gone over, but it's a good learning opportunity for you. So I want you to write out 10 things that you're buying in this format. J'achète 10 stylos. And then whatever else you choose to buy, right? And when you're done, I want you to go over to Canvas. And under assignments, no, that's not it. Down to devoir, 1, 2, magasiner à bureau en gros. And when you're going to write out, after you write out your sentences, I want you to record them right here. Just read them out and tell me what you're buying at bureau en gros. So pause the video and go for it. Bon, nous allons continuer. Qu'est-ce que vous préférez? Un professeur, un professeur. You guys prefer male or female professors? What do you think? I always preferred female professors. I don't know why. I don't know. I have no idea why, but I always prefer female professors myself, no? Le genre en français. So en français, il y a deux genres, le masculin et le féminin, no? There's masculine and feminine in French, and every noun, which is a thing, inherently carries a gender. This usually has nothing to do with the qualities of the object itself. So, we take a feminine noun. Let's say, le crayon. So, is there anything inherently masculine or manly about a pencil? Probably not, right? Or what else? Une télévision. Anything inherently feminine about a television? Not really. So don't think about it as it's woman-like or it's man-like. It's just something that in the Romance languages we have two genders, masculine and feminine. Every noun just inherently carries a gender. The masculine is defined by le, which means the, and the feminine by la, which also means the. And the indefinite articles are un and une, right? So the and a. And how do we pluralize a? So for example, if I want to say I have the pencil, I have this particular pencil, but I can also say I have a pencil. So if I want to pluralize that, I would say I have the pencils. In English, there's no plural for that, right? In French there is, and it's les, right? What's the plural for a? I have a pencil, I have a pencils, I have some pencils, right? Just like that in French, it changes to des. So le, la, les, un, une, des. Parfait. Quelques règles. So these are some hard and fast rules about what gender? Yeah, sorry, my brain is fried right now. How you can tell gender in French. These don't always work though. Many times they do, sometimes they don't. But this will help you out at the beginning. So for example, le masculin, words that end in o, un bureau, isme, un prisme, un monument, right? So we have these three. Aquí, ici, nous avons, ans, une différence. Réaction. La librairie, la lecture, la université. And words that end in E generally in French are feminine. Not always, but many times they are. So over here, some other things. Nouns borrowed from English. So there's a lot of English loan words in French. A lot of brand names and things like that. The word for junk mail in French is le spam. Le spam, right? Generally, when we have loan words from another language, they're usually masculine. And that's because masculine is the default gender in Romance languages. More words are masculine in Romance languages than are feminine. So masculine, it's sort of a 60-40 split. So masculine becomes the default gender. The names of languages are also masculine. For example, le français, l'anglais, le anglais, l'anglais. No? However, there are some words, and these are mostly description words, that can be masculine or feminine, depending on if you're talking about a male or a female, right? So, un ami, so the liaison, un ami, une amie. And you'll see for the feminine, we put an E at the end, right? Un étudiant, une étudiante. Right? We put an E at the end. I talked about that later, change the pronunciation slightly. Un touriste, une touriste. So there are some words that, even though they're masculine, feminine, they're not going to change their spelling. And professeur is one of those, right? Just because it's a female professor doesn't mean you stick an E at the end of professeur. Touriste is another one of those words. And this is on page, ça c'est sur la page 21, 22 dans votre livre. 21, 22 dans votre livre, no? These are some rules, right? Your best bet is when you learn a new noun, remember its gender. That's the only way you're going to get it 100%. Bon. La pluralisation, no? Par exemple, aquí, sorry, that's Spanish. Ici, on a la étudiante. La étudiante, et ça c'est le étudiant. These are les étudiantes. Les étudiants. So we have a liaison. We do not have a liaison here because it's two vowels. La étudiante. Les étudiantes. And here we have les étudiantes. So pluralization in French is a little bit complicated. We're just going to go over some of the basic rules here. So la change à les. Le change à les, right? And in these cases, we're just adding an S to the end of this. Mais ici, on a beaucoup de femmes et un homme, and one man with a lot of women. So you think this will be masculine or feminine? Well, Romance languages are a little bit sexist. Same applies in all the other Romance languages. So even though you have 100 females, you have one male, you have les étudiantes. We're missing the E in there, right? If this had been all females, we would have les étudiantes, but we don't. So we have les étudiantes. We leave the E out of there. So you're going to find when we do pronouns, we have il and elle, which are the plural, right? This means he, group of males, she, a group of females. I refer to these people as elle. But if I include this one guy here, I would have to call them il. Even though there's a million females and one male, you call them il. I know, languages need to change. Bon, le genre. Le masculin, this is to review. Le masculin, un ou les, une, la, des, les. We already went over this. This is just to review. This is the article. When we get to pluralizing the nouns themselves, some of them are easy, some of them are a little more complicated, right? So this is something we're going to follow throughout the book. Allez-y. Nous allons faire une activité qui s'appelle Combien est aussi sur la page 23 A, B, C. So we're going to go first here, right? A, sur la page 23. 23. Qu'est-ce que c'est? C'est une table. So I am going to ask you, qu'est-ce que c'est? And you're going to answer me. Let's do this. Numéro 1. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Well, give me an answer. Come on. C'est un livre. 2. Qu'est-ce que c'est? C'est une chaise. C'est une chaise. Numéro 3. Qu'est-ce que c'est? C'est une fenêtre. C'est une fenêtre. Numéro 4. Qu'est-ce que c'est? C'est un écran. C'est un écran. Screen, c'est une télévision. C'est une télévision aussi. Numéro 5. Qu'est-ce que c'est? C'est une porte. C'est une porte. And you're probably hearing me say this. C'est. So normally we'd say c'est. So c'est la chaise. So we pronounce this c'est la chaise, and we leave out that T is silent. But c'est une chaise. Because, so here we have the T and the L, two consonants coming together. We do not have a liaison. Here we have a T and a U come together. We have a liaison. So we have to pretend these words run together. C'est une chaise. You hear the T in there, right? C'est une chaise. Très bien. Numéro 6. Qu'est-ce que c'est? C'est un cahier. C'est un cahier. Numéro 7. Qu'est-ce que c'est? C'est un touriste. C'est un touriste. I think that's a man. C'est un touriste. Numéro 8. Qu'est-ce que c'est? C'est une étudiante. C'est une étudiante. Female, right? So you pronounce that last T. Voilà. Avec la lettre B dans la salle de classe. You guys are just going to give the plural. This is pretty easy. Voilà des stylos. Par exemple, ici, une table. What would be the plural of that? So we'll have voilà. Here are. Un becomes de. Remember, de. Voilà des tables. So we put an S at the end. The pronunciation doesn't change though, right? C'est une table. Some of the pronunciation will change, and we're going to go over that in a second. So I want you to pause the video. Just do these out loud, or you can write them down, and we'll come back in a second. Bon, nous allons continuer. C'est un écran. Oh, well, sorry. Voilà des écrans. Des écrans. We can pronounce that N because we have an S at the end. 3. Voilà des chaises. Voilà des chaises. 4. Voilà des ordinateurs. Des ordinateurs. We have the liaison. Des ordinateurs. 5. Voilà des portes. Voilà des portes. 6. Voilà des cahiers. Voilà des cahiers. Très bien. Ooh. Sorry, I got lost there a second. Oh, c'est trop. Bon, nous allons continuer. C'est trop. Give the singular of these, right? So if we have des livres, you're going to respond non. Un livre. Un livre. So pause the video and then we'll go over them together. Bon, nous allons continuer. 1. Non. Un livre. Un livre. Just get rid of the S. Numéro 2. Non. Un problème. Un problème. 3. Non. Une chaise. Une chaise. Remember, that's feminine, right? Une chaise. 4. Non. Un ordinateur. Un ordinateur. So we have the un ordinateur, the liaison. 5. Non. Une table. Une table. Non. Un moi. Un moi. And some words, what you're going to discover is that they don't change. The plurals don't change. We're going to look at this, I believe, in the next class. And moi is one of those ones that even though it's plural, it doesn't change. Bon, C'est beau. Oh, whoa, that was the end. So we're going to go over to the activity combien. Et ça, c'est très simple. Combien de stylos as-tu? I'm going to ask you how many you have of the following items, and you're going to tell me how many you have, right? Tu as ici. So, écoutez bien. Combien de pupitres as-tu? Combien de pupitres as-tu? Sorry, I'm getting text messages. I should have turned that off. J'ai 8 pupitres. Combien de tableaux as-tu? J'ai 56 tableaux. That's a lot of chalkboards. Combien de livres as-tu? J'ai un livre. J'ai un livre. Combien de portables as-tu? All of a sudden, I'm Mr. Popular when I'm recording videos. Normally, nobody ever texts me. J'ai 26 portables. Combien de téléphones as-tu? Combien de téléphones as-tu? J'ai 17 téléphones. Combien de chaises as-tu? Combien de chaises as-tu? J'ai 11 chaises. Très bien. Bon, nous allons continuer. So in class, of course, you'll do this in partner, but at home you won't be doing this in partners. Bien, so I'm going to continue asking. Combien de cahiers as-tu? J'ai 13 cahiers. Combien de... Normally this is a thing, so we're going to just call this iPad. Combien des iPads as-tu? Combien des iPads as-tu? Or iPad as-tu? J'ai un iPad. Combien de livres as-tu? Combien de livres as-tu? J'ai 49 livres. Combien de souris as-tu? Combien de souris as-tu? And souris is one of those words that doesn't change if it's pluralized. J'ai 21 souris. Ici. Combien not stylo, combien de crayons as-tu? Combien de crayons as-tu? J'ai 13 crayons. Combien des ordinateurs as-tu? Remember, there's that liaison again. Listen. Combien des ordinateurs as-tu? J'ai 33 ordinateurs. J'ai 33 ordinateurs. Et c'est tout. That's it. C'est tout pour aujourd'hui. Bon, I'm going to link you a few videos here that will explain definite and indefinite articles in case you want to watch them. I encourage you to do so. And I also encourage you to go to your workbook and do the activities that correspond with today to keep all up on it. Bon, ça c'est tout. À bientôt.